Welcome back to the Bert J. Bennett Experience. I'm your host, Bert J. Bennett, and with me as always, my incompetent buffoon, Jerry, and a man you might know from his rampant hot takes or his recently launched hungry-based company, Livestock. Listeners, Drew Cryme. Now, Drew, as you likely know, we start off our show by asking our guests a simple question.
Shoot.
Would you rather have 10 frog-sized bears or one bear-sized frog?
Easy. One bear-sized frog.
Interesting. Personally, myself, I think I would have picked 10 frog-sized bears.
But why the bear-sized frog?
I'll put it in a museum and charge people a premium to see it in person. I'll also ban photography so it must be seen in person to be believed.
Aren't you already rich enough because you sold all that GameStop stock?
Not rich enough. It's as they say, you can never have enough Lamborghinis.
Is that why you started?
Is that why you started the new company?
Well, it's less of a company and more of a Hungarian hedge fund. What we do is we sell our own stock to our employees, which they then split into smaller pieces of stock called microstock.
Yeah, you mentioned that before the show.
You talked before the show?
So how does the microstock work?
Well, one microstock is about 1/10 of a stock, but it's still worth money, so we incentivize our employees to sell it to other people, preferably outside the company. And then those people who bought microstock can then split their microstock into even smaller chunks and sell it to even more people.
I'd say you sold me on the concept, especially the part about incentives.
When employees sell microstock, all of the money that's gained is put into one big pool, and at the end of the quarter, the pool is divided amongst the people who sold microstock, and the more you sell, the more you'll earn at the end.
I'm going to be honest with you, Drew, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that sounds a little bit like a pyramid scheme.
So do you run the company, or?
No, for tax reasons, the company is run by a good friend of mine, Ross Shaman. I'm just the CFO of the reprographics department.
Now, you said Livestock was based in Hungary?
Right.
But why Hungary? Didn't you flee to Romania after the fentanyl debacle?
For those amongst us who are unaware, me and Drew used to run a streaming service called Fentanyl with our good friend Sid Tarandos before it got shut down.
My name is Sid Tarandos. Here at Fetflix, we've got some new originals for you. We've got weirder events, outside work, and avian storage. These already exist.
No, these are completely original. We made them.
Who greenlit these?
You did.
When?
In the email.
You wanted me in court 3 days ago? 3 billion?
So do I need to file us for bankruptcy, or?
And we will not be refunding your money.
Yeah, after Fentanyl went bankrupt, I did go to Romania and was fortunately able to avoid the legal troubles that unfortunately befell our good friend, Sid Tarandos. But the thing about Romania is that their taxes are just too damn low.
But don't people want taxes to be as low as possible?
I think taxes should be higher.
Don't you think making statements like that will alienate future buyers?
Not to change the subject or anything, but in addition to your business, how much you made a lot of money promoting yourself on your recent podcast tour? And man, those clips have been everywhere.
Everywhere I go, I see my face.
You've had quite a few takes over the course of this tour that have caused quite the stir online.
Did you not say that gas prices should be raised?
Oh, I've said that more than once.
Now that's interesting and all, but I want to specifically talk about your take when you went on a 3-hour rant on the Benjamin Shapiro show about how young people should do more investing.
Oh yeah, that's right, I did do that. I've had a lot of experience working with young people, and the big takeaway that always sticks out to me is that they just don't know or don't care about investing for their future, which is why Ross Shaman and I have started an online course all about teaching young people how to invest money for the future called Go-Getters College.
What kind of things do they learn in your course?
We teach them the basics of investing, all about when to buy, when to sell, and savings accounts, investment accounts, retirement funds, things like that.
That certainly sounds like something that could be useful for young people to have access to.
Yeah. And for $19.99 a month, you too can have all the lessons I just mentioned above and more. Just go to www.gogetterscollege.com to get started. And for every sign-up you complete, you'll get one free microstock.
Wait a minute. Your course, designed to teach people to invest, is all just an elaborate scheme to get people sucked into your pyramid scheme?
Since starting this conversation, Livestock has lost more money than you will ever see in your entire life.
I remember you wanted to do some sort of documentary about investing back when we worked at Fentanyl.
Yeah, I did, but Seth didn't think it would do well, so I ended up working on Massive Maw instead.
I remember working on that. That was an experience.
Yeah, we spent days just drawing the characters over and over, trying to get their yaps as big as humanly possible.
Yeah, I remember. We spent so long doing that, we forgot to make the characters likable. Hey, have you heard from Sed recently? I haven't heard from him since doing that last Fentanyl ad.
Yeah, he got sued for more than he was worth, and last I heard, he was recording individualized apology videos for every Fentanyl subscriber. Actually, I think I have mine right here.
I have made a severe and continuous lapse in judgment, and it will not happen again. All those shows I greenlit, like Avian Storage, clearly just rip-offs of more popular shows like, I don't know, Foul Container.
What?
Well, Jerry, it appears as though your drink bottle there has allowed the Hungarian police to close in on our location, and we'll have to cut this episode short. Fortunately, we have time for one more question, and we ask this to all of our guests, so please don't take this in the wrong way. If your social security number was the amount of money you had in your bank account, how much money would you have?
I would have less money than I have currently.
Isn't a social security number like 9 digits?
That's a lot. Well, listeners, I'm afraid that's all the time we have for this episode. Be sure to tune in next week when we interview political radio host Alexander Jonas. But until then, I'll be forming a plea bargain. See you next time.